My passion is, I told you, I've been working with small children, nursery children. So I enjoy spending time with them.
Nice. Okay. Leela, do you want to also put it live on Facebook?
No, there is some issue in my system. I am not able to do that.
Okay. Okay. No problem. So, hi, what's her
Shall I
name?
make you host? You will do that, Vijay?
No, I don't have the permissions on
Okay,
Facebook. Right?
okay.
Yeah. Ruchita, what's your daughter's name?
Dhanak.
Sorry?
Dhanak.
Dhanak.
DHAN.
Ah.
Oh, Dhanak is very special for us also. So, Arohi was started by Aditya and Ratnesh, and one of the early, why early? One of the first, what do you say, open learners that, that was part of co-creating the Arohi life, way of looking at education and learning is Asavari, their daughter. And recently, she's about 23 years old now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she started this enterprise called Dhanak. So, yeah, good. I thought we had another person join us, Rachana, but looks like Rachana has dropped out. So, we'll just go ahead. We do a small introduction of what Arohi is and how we look at open learning. And then we can get into the discussion hour where we will just discuss anything that you would like to talk about. Is that okay?
Yes.
Leela, you want to do the presentation? I'll just show the slides, or do you want me to do it?
Fine, I can share.
Okay. Let me know when to move.
Let's move to the second slide. Yes. Yeah. So, in terms of education, where we see is there are two extremes. One is kind of totally structured, and there is a curriculum where there is a decision that there are only 6 subjects, 5 subjects, and also it is driven by somebody, and also there is no choice for the child. That is one extreme of education. The other extreme is there is totally no structure, there is no curriculum, and it is completely open. The child drives the learning and child chooses what to learn. So these are the two extremes, where one extreme comes from the school background and the other extreme is the open learning. But this is named in a many different ways. Somebody call it as open schooling, somebody call it as unschooling, homeschooling. So there are a lot of different names for this learning. But the beauty is that in this continuum of education, where we see the journey is called as life, where we learn from our life experiences. And that is where that is where the open learning, which has no structure, no curriculum, it's mainly driven by the life experiences and life learnings. That is what open learning, what we are experiencing it. And just what is the purpose of education? Just a one word, would you like to share, Ruchita?
Education. Just learning. Throughout the life, we should be learning.
Nicely said. So, but recently what has become as the purpose of education is learn to earn. So this is what it has become, where we are seeing it as a structure. We are behind the degrees, certificates, and going into the going into jobs and all these. It is mainly focused on the earning. So the purpose of education, what we see here is. Vijay, next. We see here is to the purpose of education is to live and learn from every moment. That is what is education for us. And Vijay? Yeah. So here in the open learning, what we see is learning from life is nothing but I am the leader and I am the leader of myself and my life. So everything is my responsibility, what I am, what I want to, and how I want to lead my life. Vijay? So with this, the open learning, we are looking at into the 4 propositions mainly. The first one we called is in open learning, we are not bound by any curriculum. So it is nobody decides how much to learn and what to learn and how to learn. It is only the child can decide what they want to learn, how they want to learn, and how much they want to learn. So for us, anything under the sky is the syllabus for us. So the next is proposition. The next is we proactively do not teach the child because we believe and trust the child. The child is capable of learning. For example, if we see the 1 to 2 year old child, 0 to 2 year old child, can we teach the child or can we ask them to do what we want?
No.
So that actually even the early stages itself, they show that we are leading our life. So we keep that momentum and we see that whatever is the natural talent of the child, we keep it alive and let the child grow by herself. Yeah. So and also what we see here is the child is capable of giving its own feedback. When you feed the child something and if it is not nice, the child easily assesses whether it needs it or not. Similarly, in terms of learning also, the child is much capable of assessing, okay, this is looking nice, this is not looking nice. So we say that the child has all the capability to get the self-reflection, and if the child needs others reflection, like they can ask peers, they can ask adults, they can ask entire communities with the child to assess whatever the child wants to assess. So the next is we are not imposing any certificate or certificate-based learning, or we are not imposing one way of learning. So we say the child is capable of finding many different ways of learning. It could be learning from books, it could be learning from computers, it could be learning from resources, it could be learning from different kinds of exposures. So we don't know what the child, when the fire of the child burns to learn whatever they want to learn. So the spark, whenever it hits, the child will pick up that passion and he will start learning. So that is what we say, the child has many different ways of learning, and there are open courses, there are apprenticeship, there are many different ways the child can experience and learn. You want to add, Vicky?
Yeah, no, nothing to add. Let's just play this small clip. It's a short video introducing Arohi, and just let me know if you can hear the audio, please.
Connecting with people is amazing.
I like chit-chatting with my friends while eating.
An opportunity to take all the guests around the tour, around the campus.
Currently, I'm working on improving myself so I can play in a club next year.
I get resources and support to fulfill my passion for sketching.
I sketch many things of animals, birds.
In Arohi, I'm a guest and I can find my space here, pursuing my interest on upcycling.
I draw to express my emotion and it makes me feel lighter. In bird watching, I learn a lot of things. What is color of bird, and
I like the time when I spend with the community playing sports.
I spend time doing projects related to cinematography and video editing.
I like organizing trips in Arohi, kyunki your opportunity is to organize trips.
video making is awesome. It's productive and you get an awesome outcome.
I like to do electrical work. I've put many.
I connect with the planning here, gives me clarity.
I like playing with the cats.
I learn crochet and teach others crochet.
எனக்கு சமைக்கிறதுக்கு இங்க ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும்.
All the resources here are new to me to explore.
Yeah, so that was a small video introducing about Arohi.
That's what we say. Everything under the sky is our subject to learn, and we are passionate about. So, yeah, and as we say that there are so many different ways of learning, and all these learning is mainly part of different exposures. And the exposure not comes from one person; it comes from the community. Many people, many families. And also many guests who come, so there this shows that there is no one person can raise the child. It takes the whole village for raising the child. And yes, Vijay. Yeah, we learn through connections. We connect with the different community people for our learning, for our resources, for assessment, for our for any kind of an understanding. Or if we are not clear, we just connect with the community. We seek support, and also we collaborate while learning. When I want to learn something, I ask people, okay, I am interested in learning. Can anybody join? I want some friends to join me in learning. So we together form a team and we learn. So we all are social beings. So we need the collaboration. And we say that we all are capable of seeking. When we want some coaching, we can ask coaching, mentoring, supporting, guiding. Open learning the community gives all this support for everyone in the community. And at Arohi, we just don't learn. We say that open learning is through co-creation. As a community, we co-create. If we want to do something, if you want to learn something, we seek co-support, and we also co-live together, irrespective of any age, any background. So it is the open learning community at Arohi. Next, Vijay. So Arohi, we do have presently we have two modes. One is physically the campus is open, and if you want to experience the open learning at being present at campus and experience the living at campus and learning at campus in so many different ways, you can experience the same. Instead of physical space, we have also created the environment in the online platform. It is nothing but the Arohi is extended to homes. We call it as Arohi X, which is online, where the child is when they are not able to come to campus due to any reason, they can create the environment at homes. So we say here at Arohi, child is not joining, it is the entire family joining the community. So that way, the family is more important in this open learning journey. Did you want to add something?
No, you said everything that needs to be said. So I think we are through with the presentation. So what's important is that we are an open learning community. So each of those words has a lot of meaning.
Yes.
Open to ideas, open to ways of doing things, and primarily a learning interest that brings us all together, and that sense of community that we are doing this together so that we are sharing whatever we have, and participating in everyone, in each other's journey. So
Yes.
that's the idea of Arohi. So good. So let's. Oh, where did this come from?
Okay, we may stop
Okay.
sharing.
Yeah, this is from an earlier one, I guess. So yeah. So yeah. So Ruchita, we can just have an open discussion, and if you would like to start with anything on your mind that you would like to talk about open learning. You have started very early, I would say. 2.5 years is how old Tanak is, you said. So But I also remember that you mentioned you have about 2 years experience working with children.
Children.
Uh,
Yeah.
So yeah, so please, I'm curious to hear your thoughts and any questions that you might have.
So I was asking, ROE hex, extended at home. So how can we create that environment that you have at campus at home? Is it possible?
Well, Leela, you want to go first?
Yes, extended at home is nothing but being. So we can't ask the 2.5 or 5-year-old to.
The idea of now you're back.
Could you hear me?
Can you turn off your video, Leela? Looks like you have some signal issues.
Okay. Is it
Yeah,
better now?
hopefully it will be better. Now repeat whatever you said because we heard very little. Hey, why did you mute yourself? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Where did I start and where did I stop? Yeah, we can't expect the 5-year-old or 2-year-old to join the online session. So it's important for the parent to be part of the community, to participate in the community. So you can choose whatever interests you. You can join the online session that I want to learn this, I want to move ahead in this particular passion. And if anybody is interested, I would like to collaborate. So you can ask the community that I wanted to collaborate, and you can form a team and you can learn. That is one part. The other part is if you find that your child is interested into clay or into anything, whatever the child is doing, Lego, you can start a club that I'm interested in this particular field. And if anybody is interested, so you can learn on the child's behalf and you can give the exposure to the child. So that way you can also create the learning environment. And also you can post your observation of the child. You can also post what kind of environment I can create for the child. And there is community of people, many have been experiencing different ways of creating environment, because one environment can be different from the other family's environment. So what suits you, you are the best judge to create that environment. So you can get the ideas and create your own idea and make it suitable for your environment and for your child.
Yeah, and I would like to add, Rachita, that we can't recreate the campus environment unless we are living on campus, right? So there is always a compromise in life. So this is one of the compromises that, okay, you can't be on campus. So, okay, what is the next best thing that we can do, right? And luckily for us, we have all these tools which are available, like how we are connecting today. In the same way, there are other tools also that we use in the Arohi community to talk to each other, to communicate with each other. So we use a tool called Discord. We also use Telegram and WhatsApp and other things, but mostly Discord and Zoom are the two tools that we use. And like Leela mentioned, we interact online. And the other point that Leela mentioned, I would like to underline, is that a child does not join Arohi. The whole family does. Because the idea is that there are no teachers in Arohi. We are not a school, right? So because we see ourselves as a community of learners, that community of learners has everybody from 0 to 99-year-old. That's what we usually say. And we are all doing our own things, but sharing as we do. So, and as we share, we also, attract others who have similar interests and work with them. So we had a parent who offered a electronics workshop, a series of workshops. I think about 10 or 11 sessions, right, Leela?
Yes.
Yeah. And where he basically walked through the various stages and complexities, building it to some projects in electronics. So all those who were interested, not just children, but other parents also participated in these workshops. So similarly, we have, each individual, whether they're an adult or a child, is considered as a resource, and each of us offers what we have learned. So there are some children who have learned music, and they offer sessions on music and instruments, and so overall, online interactions are happening, and there is no reason to say, oh, you, only if you have been on campus will we, involve you in the community. It's what is important is that people think along these lines, and these meetups that we are doing on Saturdays is in some sense a way to communicate what is it, the ROE way of learning, right? And because like Leela shared in the presentation earlier, open learning can be many different things. And that's why we feel that, ROEX is something that we can do, where we don't just stay on campus, but we extend it to home. Because typically families don't, I mean, it's not like you rightly mentioned earlier, learning is about life, and life goes on even outside campus, thankfully. So in that sense, we felt ROEX is a good idea, and we started this only with the pandemic. Before the pandemic, there was no online thing, but because of the pandemic, we have started it. And now that it has taken off, we see the value in continuing it, because one is that the pandemic is not over yet. We don't know if it's over. So just to be on the safer side, we feel that it's better to have the ROEX also going, and also that there is a lot of value that it is bringing to the community. So yeah, long answer. Sorry. Yeah.
So one more question I had.
Please.
Yeah, those families who joined you at campus are regularly staying there, or they are coming and going? How is it?
Well, I can say that I wish my daughter was staying more on campus, but she does not. She comes home every weekend. If the families are living nearby, the idea is that weekdays they stay there, or weeknights they stay there, and weekends they come home. And many families are in Bangalore, and there is a train connectivity between campus and Bangalore. Campus as in close to campus. It's not like we have a station on campus. Right now they go on Monday afternoon, evening, and come back on Saturday morning. Yeah. Leela, anything to add?
No, that's fine. Yeah. Rishika, I would like to just know about what is that you are looking for from this meeting?
She wants to make your hair, yeah.
Yeah, let her make.
Can you repeat again? Sorry, I missed the question.
Yeah. I was just trying to understand what is that you are looking for here from this webinar.
I was just exploring alternative way of schooling and learning. So I want to explore like different ways of learning. Not I want even myself to learn with her. She should not be alone in a classroom to learn. Even I want to learn, relearn what I have learned and again learn.
It's okay. Let her be. That's fun. Let her be. If she wants to talk to us, that would be even more lovely.
She is. I'm alone in the family. I and my husband and her. Only 3 people are there. So I feel alone. So I am willing to connect with people who can, get along with my thoughts.
Yeah. Let her be, Rajita. Let her come and, hi, Danak. Do you see me? Hey, Tamil theriyadra. Does she talk Tamil or what languages does she talk?
Hindi.
It's okay. Let us say it's fine.
Due to mobile and TV, she's not speaking much, and there's no people around to talk to her.
No problem. No problem. But what languages is she comfortable with?
Actually, we are Marwadi, but we speak Hindi.
Okay. Okay. So, hi Dana, kaise ho?
Hi, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Danak. Hello.
Ah, nice hair.
Yes, yes. Danak, if you meet Dwiji, you can make Dwiji's hairs too.
Oh yeah, I have long hair. मेरे बाल देखो इतने लंबे हैं.
Oh, very nice. She's giving you a kiss.
Yeah, Ruchita, nice to hear that you're interested in not just being a parent, but also be a co-learner, because that's very important. Hi, Danak. So, so the idea of Arohi, like we were sharing earlier, is that we are all learning, and it doesn't have to be that we learn the same things that the child is learning, right?
Yes.
So each person has their own interests, and the idea of doing it together is that we pick up on each other's interests. Right? So, would you like to share some of your interests other than childhood education, that early childhood education that you have practiced? And
I like trying many healthy recipe. I'm fitness freak.
Okay.
I have autoimmune disease. So due to that, I keep trying new healthier versions of recipes. I keep searching, and I'm into yoga from quite a long time.
Okay.
I regularly practice yoga. And that's it.
Nice.
Basic.
Would you like to share your experience? Like, how did you learn? How did you get into this passion, and what made you to be passionate about this?
As I told, I was exploring so many schooling systems. So I came across this Arohi community, open learning community.
It's okay. Yes, Tanak, you can sit. You can sit. Yeah.
So as you said, there's no age of learning, and the child can pick up anything from anyone. So it was very, it intrigued me. So
yeah, exactly. This is what we say in open learning community. There is no age bar for any kind of learning. And also we learn from each other. And that brings us the different exposure when we are learning from each other. Where somebody is doing crochet, somebody is doing this, somebody is learning clay, somebody is making bow and arrow. So each of these things will become our interest if I am interested in these things to learn. So that's the part of community where we get in touch of many different interests. And we can pick and choose which we want to go ahead and learn. So maybe you have been experiencing with children also, like how all children learn. Maybe you can share one of your experience.
They don't learn what we say. They just observe us. That's what I have been, experiencing. They just, they are the replica of the adults. What we do, they...
Exactly, Ruchita. Well said. This is what we say that children learn many different ways.
Yeah. Whatever is there in, they are like a sponge. They'll observe whatever is there in the environment.
She is needing something. She needs something.
She needs phone. She doesn't need anything else.
Okay. Okay.
Just a minute. I'll just try to.
Yeah, sure.
Just 2 minutes. Can I 2 minutes? 2 minutes. देखो क्या चाहिए? बिस्किट खाएगी? ले. पानी दो, पानी पीना है? ले. Sorry. 2 minutes में देती हूँ आपको. फिनिश कर जितने हो जाएगा. ये finish कर 10 minutes. I'm sorry.
If she wants to hold the phone, that is also fine, Ruchita. If you are just able to talk, that's also fine.
Yeah. If you want to turn off the video and let her have the phone, that's fine, Ruchita.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I had to step away for a minute.
Yeah. Ruchita was sharing her experience that how children learn. They learn less from teaching, but more from observation. That was a very valid point. The children do observe 100 times more than as what we observe. So for us to learn from children is the first thing is observation and their level of observation, how minute things they get to observe and they learn from that.
Yeah.
They are our teachers, that's what we say.
Yeah, completely agree. So we usually have a theme for each of these discussions, Ruchita. I mean, it's not like we stick to the theme, but just that, so today's theme, we thought it would be good to just, have an idea of how we develop, how we find and we develop passion for a particular thing. And naturally, as you have already shared, the idea of learning is very closely tied to the passions that we have, not necessarily one. And the whole journey of open learning is powered by that passion to do something and to learn something, to do something. So we feel that when we are practicing open learning, finding and developing these passions come very naturally because of the environment in which we are working, in which we are living. And the idea is to not say that you have to come to campus to do open learning. No, you can do open learning wherever you are, because wherever you live, you're learning. But the idea of open learning is how do we identify what we want to do? How do we use the resources around us to do those things? And then how do we assess what we have done? Right? So not necessarily, I mean, even saying how is a little bit too much. It's more like sharing what we feel are ways in which we can assess, so that we all can share from and learn from each other. So we feel that when we are practicing open learning, finding and developing our passions come naturally in that course of what we call open learning. So, yeah. So right now, Dhanak's passion is something that she is not able to express.
Yeah.
Or we are not able to understand. Actually, she is able to express, but we are not able to understand.
True.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have any questions about that or would like to share your ideas or thoughts on that, please feel free to. Or
how do we find that what child is interested or what what she wants. I don't know.
Right now she's demanding for something. Yeah. When the child needs it really, she is demanding, right? Yeah. So that's the way we find out what when the child asks for it, child seeks for it. When the child is trying to explore, allow the child to explore. And when the child learns by doing, trying, failing. All our job is just to observe the child. Just we have to reverse the process. As the child observes, we also need to observe the child. That is possible only when we are with the child without any judgments. Oh, it is spoiling. Oh, it is wasting. Oh, it is. So all these are part of learning for the child. So create as many resources for the child if you need, like whatever is available at home is part of the learning for the child. So keep observing what is the child interested in, what is the child experiencing, how the child is failing, doing, trying. All these are part of the learning. And soon the child will also be able to, when you are cooking, maybe the child would like to give the knife, I want to cut vegetables. Then like that, they may start asking. If you are sketching, maybe the child takes a paint in the hand and she might start painting on the wall. We don't know how the child responds. So you keep observing the child. That is one way. And the child seeks for it.
Yeah. So one of the things that we feel, Ruchita, is that there is no way to know our own passions, let alone the child's passions, unless we start doing things, right? Unless we start thinking, okay, what do I want to do? And only when I start doing something will I discover, oh, actually, I feel very strongly about this. And I want to do this, for a considerable amount of time, right? So the idea of passion and finding passion is closely linked to doing things. So the more we do things, like now I can see that Dhanak is passionate about finding what's happening inside this phone. है ना धनक? क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? क्या हो रहा है?
कुछ बकबक कर रहे हैं लोग.
She was eating that biscuit, but now she is not interested in that. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. हाँ, बिस्किट से ज्यादा मजा आता है इसमें. Yeah. So Ruchita, the idea of doing is very closely associated with that. And at another level, we also feel that it's not for the parent to know what, or the community to know what the child's passions are. The child should know what their passions are. Right?
No, why do we ask is, why do we ask is so that we can give them opportunity or resources to find their passion.
True. I mean, that's a very, very natural instinct that is in all of us. But we have to also see that will you be able to make a horse drink water? Can you make a horse drink water?
What?
Horse
Can you make your child, sit quietly?
No.
Right? She will sit quietly when she wants to sit quietly.
Yes.
Right? So when she wants water, she will ask for water.
Yes.
Right? When she is hungry, she will ask for food.
Yeah.
So the best way to find out what resources she needs is to let her ask for that resource. Even better, let her take that resource, find it and take it. Right? Because when we feel that we have to make it available for them, we are using our own idea of what they should be doing. Right? But if we are doing different things in front of her, involving her, engaging her in those activities, she will ask, hey, give me that red paint. I don't want black paint. Right? She's asking for a resource. Right? Or she might remember that in that cartoon, that that kid was drawing with a crayon. So she will say, I don't want brush, I want crayon. I want that. Right? So the idea of discovering what we are passionate about is very, it's a part of the whole process of open learning. So often we tell ourselves and those around us, especially adults, don't worry about what the child's passions are. Worry more about what your passions are. Because in the process of discovering your passion, and when you do it with the child involved in that whole process, they are seeing that, oh, this is how I can do things. This is how I can identify my own passions. Right? So it's more by doing rather than by telling or showing or, So let's just live that life of learning, and the child will also be able to do that as they see people around them doing this more and more. Right? So sorry, again, long answer. And fortunately or unfortunately, it's just Dhanak and you who have joined today. So
you don't need to cut the Viji.
So if you feel you have spent enough time with us and want to go back to Dhanak, that's perfectly fine. We can pause the session for today, and we don't have to go on till 6 o'clock just because we are here. But if you have any questions, feel free to, or if you would like to hear some,
not continuously. If once in a month or twice, once in 2 months, can I join in campus for a week or something? Can I spend this time so that I can also explore new things?
Yeah, lovely. So it's okay. Actually, Leela is here. Why am I talking? Leela, you talk.
Yes, Chita. It's completely open for the campus. Recently, we have restricted the number of people due to this pandemic. So if you want to come any week and experience, you need to register before. And then you also need to attend the safety training, especially for the first time visit. And then after that, anytime, like if you are not regular, if you want to come once in a while, you have to register.
Okay. So for coming also, do I need to join ROE X program?
No. You don't need to join. Since you're coming for experiencing, you can just come for experiencing.
Okay. So after that, I can decide what to go to further.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So whenever you are coming, please make sure that you come with the open mind, and also with you're open for to spend time at campus for experiencing completely. So that is more important, your time and your openness to try, do things and experience the campus living.
Okay. Like how is it safer for her to come in the campus?
We have already said 0 to 99. It's absolutely safe for all children. No, sorry, not for all children, for all ages.
Okay.
Yeah. We do have a presentation also in the registration, where you can see what are the safety we need to follow to be safe at campus, because we live in the wilderness. So you can also read, and you can also
don't scare people, Leela. The campus is not in wilderness, okay? It's in rural area, bus.
We live, we don't know, for some persons, for some people, frog itself is a wilderness. For some people, it's a wilderness. We don't know this.
See, these days wild animals are not available. We should be lucky to watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you are lucky enough, you can get to see elephants.
Yeah, so campus is very close to an elephant corridor. So especially in certain times of the year, there are elephants that pass by, and sometimes they do come into campus also. But coming back to this idea of visiting, Ruchita, when we say, there's a campus and you're welcome, it doesn't mean that you have to come to campus only then you are part of the community, right? The fact that you are interested in this and you have participated in today's thing, we would consider Ruchita as a resource. So if someone in the community says, hey, you know what, I want to do something about early childhood education, somebody with some experience who is doing these things, then we'll, in our list of names, we will have Ruchita also on that.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Right? So as long as you are okay with that and you want to be part of it, you're part of the community, right? ROHX is just a space. It's not like it's a school, it's a curriculum, there is no structure to it. Yeah. So I would encourage, especially because you are interested in your own learning and doing things, to explore ROHX as well. Not just, and you're of course welcome to come to campus whenever you want, and not just Dhanak, but your spouse as well. So whoever wants to come to campus, we are always like, please come. I mean, only thing is because of the pandemic, like Leela said, there is a restriction on the number, but otherwise it's pretty much open. So I would encourage you to explore ROHX, not just ROHX, but also look at the ROE website, which you probably have already done, but also look at the recordings of these sessions that we have had. In the earlier parts, this is like the 80th one or so. So during the earlier, a year ago, we would have families sharing their open learning experience. So there are recordings of that. So, you're welcome to check that out. And if you would like to come back another weekend, another Saturday, you're most welcome to. So, yeah, I mean, the ways in which you will engage with ROE is up to you. So if you want to come and live on campus, you're welcome to do that also.
Also, would you like to share our Telegram group also where she can?
Oh yeah, of course. Please go ahead.
Share.
So we also have a Telegram group. So if you don't want to get into the deep end, you just want to keep in touch with what's happening and how we think and what are the kinds of things that we would like to share. Facebook is one place where you can find a good amount of information. But we also have a Telegram group. Telegram is another social media app. So you're welcome to join that. All the links to these social media accounts are available on our website. So if you go to rovlife.org and go to connect or somewhere, I don't remember exactly, I think it is connect, and you'll be able to see all the social media links, and you're welcome to join any of those and be in touch so that we can get to know you better and you can get to know us, experience ROE. Yeah. Cool. So I think we will pause for today, unless you have something more to talk about, Ruchita. But otherwise we can pause here for today and meet again on next Saturday if you would like to join us.
Yeah, sure.
And next Saturday, I think we'll have Ratnesh here, or maybe not.
No, maybe not.
Maybe not. We don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Cool. Did you have anything else, Ruchita, that you would like to talk about? Okay, cool. Okay. Good. So thank you and have a good weekend. Enjoy and say bye to Dhanak. I don't see her around.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Ruchita. Bye, Dhanak.
Bye.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye, Leela.
Bye, Ruchi.
You are recording, no? So you will upload.